Amatakwepe. Ambetiwaste. Today is a good day. Hello, my relatives. It's been a while. I'm no longer doing the weekend update. The Lone Ranger and Tonto are kind of outdated, as I am. The fact that I've been off is due largely to the Great Mystery and the fact that the Great Mystery hit me with a body slam. What I mean by that is last spring, early spring, all of a sudden I was hit in a matter of a week. I was completely paralyzed with rheumatoid arthritis. I didn't know it at the time, but I now know what constant pain is like. I also now know what it's like to be wheelchair bound, and about the only thing you can really move without pain is your eyes. That's how bad it was. I was in a wheelchair for 2 days, and then the prednisone started taking over, and now I'm back on meds. I've been seeing specialists all over the place, all kinds of specialists. It's fortunate that I have insurance and Medicare, because Medicare is a wonderful thing for us old people, I tell you. It should be for everyone. But of course, the powers that be won't allow it. But what I'm saying is, I'm back. My voice has changed a little bit. With age, I guess, why the great mystery, crippled me up. And even during my Sundance, I was moving around with great pain and barely moving with a walking stick. Hardly could get in and out of an automobile. But the meds, the meds finally took over and got me back to about 95% now. So I'm going to be doing my commentary. No longer is it going to be the weekend update, not necessarily on the weekend. It's going to be WrestleMania's commentary, and it's going to be taking place regularly and irregularly whenever I feel like it. You know, that's the benefit of old age. You can do things when you feel like it. 71 winters, and in the spring of my 71st winters, old age hit me. I'm no longer a 50-year-old, 70-year-old, or 71 winters old. I'm 71 winters. And actually, it was one of the best things that happened to me because with my experience, it's amazing how the outlook on life changes and how much more the wisdom sets in. You see, it happened, this crippleness happened during the Sundance, my Sundance, in the Black Hills of South Dakota at Wind Cave National Park. That, by the way, I hold every new moon. It ends on the new moon of June. Sometimes there's two new moons in June. It's happened to. So we have to pick which is which. And sometimes, because we want to do it in the spring in the traditional way. By the way, my Sundance is the only one done in the way it used to be done when we were free people. It's in the mountains. It's in the spring, and it ends on the new moon. And we even build the arbor, the Sundance Arbor, the way it was back in the day. So, in all of Sundance territories, as far as Lakota are concerned. Ours is the only one that does it. You're welcome, because we never turn anyone away for any reason, unless, of course, you come in with some kind of perversion, like loudspeakers, microphone. No, just kidding. That isn't allowed, by the way. But I do want you to know that we just like to be average. The topics I'll be talking about specifically will be concerning matriarchy vis-a-vis patriarchy. I can't get it over enough about the idiocy of patriarchy, you know, and the blessings of matriarchy. It takes a paradigm shift in your mind and in your heart. By the way, Western science has just recently discovered that there is an emotional tie between the heart and the brain. Hello? Maybe now the paradigm shift is possible if you're cognizant of that fact. But at any rate, the paradigm shift I'm talking about is so wholesale, you won't do it because it costs too much and it requires you to live by natural law. And that's something else I'll be explaining is natural law, because it's very evident. The patriarch totally doesn't understand the rules of the game, and he tries to force himself on you because that's the only thing he can do is force, built out of fear, as I've mentioned. Matriarchy, one of the most different aspects of matriarchy is the fact that we follow the lunar calendar, the lunar time of space, whereas the patriarch follows the solar time, the sun time. He actually believes you should measure years and time by how our grandmother the earth travels around the male star of our system, which is the sun. No, it's not how you measure time. You measure time by the universe, not by a solar system. And the universe is on lunar time, the female time. The moon is the female. The sun is the male. The male is the giver of energy to energize birth from the female, and the recipient of that energy, of course, is our grandmother the earth. Now, unknown to Western science, there is a rejuvenation in the universe, a rejuvenation of the suns, a rejuvenation, therefore, of the stars. And therefore, because of that rejuvenation, there's a rejuvenation of the planets. Consequently, here on Earth we go by lunar time. That's what the matriarchs go by. And that's who are in the entire hemisphere and around the world, the indigenous